you. I wasn't scheduled to speak on this, but again, the true service of zumadogg showing up is catching all these items you'll be reading about in the newspapers tomorrow. What we have here, updating parking fines. And every time I see the word update, remember, it always goes up, never down. So after the mayor has tripled the trash collection fees, just quadrupled the parking rate, now the mayor is updating the parking fines. That means parking fines are going up, people. That means you better not go out on the streets for businesses. If you get a ticket, the fines are going up. Everything's going up. And let me quote candidate for Mayor zumadogg in today's LA Times regarding increased fines and fees. It says, I don't want to think about increasing fees and taxes until the city of Los Angeles does much more on its part to reduce the bureaucracy and increase efficiency that's wasting much too much of the money in the first place. So thank you, zumadogg for mayor. I've got 2 minutes left, and stop the bureaucracy.
Thank you, Mr. Dogg. That'll close our public comments on this item. Any council members wishing to be heard? Seeing none, let's go ahead and prepare the roll and tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
Okay, that is approved. Next item, please.
Next item is item 37, and that was called special for cards.
Mr. Dogg, if you'd like to come forward on item 37. zumadogg? 37? Before us now, sir. The rent escrow account program, sir.
No need, just for the record, no need to ask if I want to speak on this. Just say it's time to speak on REAP. The number 2 now. zumadogg's basically like Casey Kasem. I come in here every day. What's the one thing they don't want me to talk about? On American Top 40, number 2 on the charts, down from number 1, is REAP, Rent Escrow Account Program. The problem is the city likes to pretend like they help business, which is mom and pop hotel landlords. They say they like to help with affordable housing, the low-income renters. They retaliate on both through the vindictive federal racketeering lawsuit waiting to happen, REAP program. And I've talked about it so much briefly. What happens is the city goes up to a landlord that's housing low-rent people and says, you got to make these improvements. They're just aesthetic, not safety-related. The landlords cannot comply, and then they're deemed bad landlords, and then the landlords end up having to sell the buildings to the developers, which flip them into condos, and then...
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dogg. That will close our public comment on that item. Please prepare the roll and tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
That is approved. Next item, please.
Next item is item 43, and that was called special for cards.
Mr. Dogg, on item number 43, if you'd like to come forward.
Just to explain, I couldn't go into my last minute. I have 1 minute left, and we're talking about CD14 Boyle Heights offices. Okay, so that would be Councilmember Jose Huizar. They want to request authorization to execute a new lease for the CD14 Boyle Heights office. I'd like to say any office space that the city is leasing, I'd like to see it be much more of a benefit of the community. I'm concerned too much that these offices are used for non-community benefit related things. Maybe the office should be... Can I please have the quiet, please, also? It's very distracting. But I'd just like to say, under these hard economic times, I want to make sure that when you are spending money on these district offices, especially in Jose Huizar's, where I get the most complaints about lack of community service and the money not being spent where it's supposed to, I want to make sure that these district offices can be used for community benefit. Maybe the council member can think of some ways of including the community besides putting his picture up all over town at every event, and do something, give back to the community through the district office. That's the once-a-year Jose Huizar embarrassment.
Thank you, Mr. Huizar.
Yes, can we send that forthwith, please?
Okay, we haven't voted quite yet, but Mr. Labange, did you press your button on this, Mr. Labange? Okay, that was an accident. Let's go ahead and prepare the roll and tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
Okay, that is approved. Item 44 was called special. Mr. Dogg has reached his limit, but we will make sure that's part of the record. And we have a verbal amendment on 44F, that be absorbed by the mayor's office and not by the city. The fees affiliated with 44F be absorbed by the mayor's office and not the city.
And also, Mr. President, I'm sorry, on item number 44C, there is